Okay, so we come back for our lab in here. So we already complete everything in here, right? So now we already uh now we try to connect to the internet, right? So just pretend say we already take care about our LAN network in here. So we have a not issue the travel between inside the network in here. Now, okay, so we pretend now we order for the internet circuit, right? So for example, so we turn on with the Verizon. So this is the first. So we have in here. So we have a Verizon, right? So we have like a call for the service. So for the business contract, something like that. So we need to say, hey, we need to have a like a ISP, like a interface circuit, to be turned up, and then they're going to bring the fiber, everything come to our building. So so far so on, something like that. So we're going to bypass all those kind of like from layer one, layer two connection. So we straightforward in here right now is a layer three. So this is all the temporary. So follow the topology. So this is our design in here. But in the in the production network, right? Of course, see, that's why I added two icon in here. See, normally, you see, this is we call our core switching here, right? This is our mean switching here, right? This is layer three routing. So now, normally, you see, we call this area here, right? Everything facing to the Verizon outside, we can say external network or outside network, right? So everything in here. So for example, if you have a website, something you want to host to the internet, or they have internet access to your company resource, right? You don't want to. You can separate the traffic, right? You don't want to all directly come into the inside network. So you can separate the network. So that's why we have a DMZ zone. Okay. So this is a DMZ zone switch, and then we have a server in here. For example, we have an FTP server or website server, something like that. That is we call is our front end for facing the interface, right? Or if we have a B2B router or something, the VPN, something. So everything this is we call is a DMZ zone, and then we can bring the connection into our inside. Okay. So, but now maybe for now we skip in this area first. Okay. So maybe we concentrate just straightforward follow this topology, the design. Might be say we don't have enough budget for now. We don't have extra money, so we need to buy extra like a firewall, either checkpoint, either Palo, or maybe we can use the ASA firewall. Those kind of apply it, right? So maybe okay. So we hold it in here. So maybe this is say okay. This is our future budget, like a future our project. So one is we have a resource enough either in the cost or in the something budget, anything when it's ready. So we can try, and then we break down the existing rule here, and then we can how we route the traffic go to the firewall and then go to the internet. Okay, so we hold in here. So right now, maybe tonight, let's focus about from the internet here, all the traffic, right? So we already call the service. So we want to turn up the BGP tunnel. So we want to turn up the BGP tunnel between ABC company with the Verizon, right? So we already have those kind of contract. We have like we asking, we prefer using dynamic. BGP is our protocol out to the internet. Okay, so just straightforward in here. Let's go back to just easy go to Google first here. So we pretend this is just the internet is a Google router, right? So everything go to Google. So for example, in here, so we go ahead config P. we're going to demo in here quick. Now we can using the loopback 0. Okay, we're going to be put like IP address 8.8.8.8. That is like is a Google DNS server, right? For example, like this. You see, and then just plus 32. Hit enter. So we have the interface for here. We're using the loopback interface. So now in the interface F0/0, all right? So Google have a service too with Verizon, right? So then here we're going to be strict IP address in here. We see from the topology, we have a 173, 49. So this is 95. Okay, so what we should be paid should be using the 8.8.8. Okay, maybe we say 8.8 in here. So we're going to be 255, 255.255.0. Hit enter. Oh, typo. Okay, so 173.49. So I should be have a 49, 95.8. Yes, that should be good. Okay, Polo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we go say okay. So we're going to say we have a speed 100 in here just on purpose, you know. We have the like full duplex full. Okay, duplex full, no shutdown. Okay, so we have a hard coding in here. All right, so now Google is up in here. So let's show let's show quick in here. Show IP interface brief. Okay, so now we have okay, so we have a loopback interface is up. So we have a physical interface is facing the Verizon is up. So now we jump into the Verizon router. Okay, so this is the Verizon router. All right. So now because we normally we don't have access right to the vendor to the vendor router, right? So we just pretend we have access in here, right? So just go to complete key, and then we're going to say this is just straightforward F0/0 again. So we're going to be IP address. We're going to be assigned same thing again with the same network, right? So 49, 95. Since since Google, the host IP is .8. Okay, so we're going to be put .9 in here. Okay, or we can .7, right? The lower number. So lower number go out .8. So that work too. So we can just /24 network. And we're going to be split 100 duplex full, and then no shutdown. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So now this interface is up between. Now we have another interface facing to now our interface now, ABC company, right? So the Verizon, they bring the fiber from outside all the way coming to our IDF room or our data center room or anywhere in our server room, right? So they run the fiber. So this IP address, and we say, hey, okay, ABC company. So this is they assign because we have to be get IP address from the Verizon. So Verizon provide the configuration for the IP address for our we call it a pair, okay, the remote pair. We are the customer. They are CE, okay. Sometimes the term is a CE, so they something like that. C, mm, CE customer, see something like that. So don't worry about that. So the turn yet. So okay, so this is go ahead straight in here. So Verizon facing to ABC company. So that is the interface /01, right? And then we're going to be assigned. Okay, this one is 7349. Okay, so IP address 173.49. In here, since we using dark 7, so the host, we're going to be stay with the dark 7. Okay, now same thing again. We put the speed 100, duplex full, and then no shutdown. Okay, so now quick again, show IP interface brief. Okay, so now the Verizon have an interface. One is a face to Google, and one is face to the ABC company. So just for example, in here, so he can ping the neighbor for the Google, right? Just verify 173.49.95.8. Oh, come on, I missed that. Let me retype up. 73.49.95.8. So make sure it's a reachable. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so now let's jump into our quick here. So this is our ABC. This is our internet router. So we turn on, we cancel it again. Okay, so this is our router. So we have more access because we configure the router, right? So we go to config T. All right, so now we're going to say interface F0/1. See, and then we can even more description. So this is connect, you see, to Verizon ISP. You see, and then we're going to be IP address in here. We're going to be 173.49.1. Since this is 7, so we use this one as a 6. 255.255.255.0. In our lab, normally we're using /24. But normally when we order from Verizon, right, because they count by money, how many you want to have a least IP address, something like that. If you only have a 2 or 6 or something like that, they count by IP address. They count by money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just be aware. But for us, for demo in here, it's just easy. We just using the /24. Just for demo on purpose. Okay. So now same thing again. We have to be split 100, and then duplex full, and then no shutdown. Okay, so now should be up now. This interface. Okay, so now we have one in here. Okay, that's just facing our inside network, right? So now we're going to be say F0/0. We're going to be IP address. Okay, so this one is to be 10.100.1, so .6. 255.255.0. Same thing again, we have hard coding split 100, duplex full, and then no shutdown. Okay. So just be careful in here because okay, so far right now we don't have a firewall, so we don't have a access control access list, right? Sometimes say, oh, come on, your lab is so like wide open, something like that. That's fine, not worry. That is like because since we are in the demo first in here to configure everything is running. So now after later, we can keep adding like to more secure, right? To our protect our network, something like that. So don't be question right now why it doesn't have a firewall between inside and outside, those kind of stuff question. No, we just bypass it for right now. So we're not concerned about those kind of like security issue because this is just our lab first. Just on our objective in here is just make everything the link all is working first. We can ping each other and then we come back to enhance our network. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So okay. So now show IP interface brief in here, right? So we have okay, that's good. Now say okay. So now we have a like a dialing call right now with Verizon, right? A service provider, they are network guys. So we are on the phone right now. Say because we want to turn up the circuit, right? So they say okay, they already no shutdown on their side. Okay, fine. Let's verify is can we ping our remote, right? So that is mean the Verizon device. Maybe they are each router, their backbone, right? So we have a 6, so they have a 7. So we're going to ping. See, it's reachable. Oh, it's beautiful. You see? Okay, so now from the layer 1, From the layer 1, we have no issue, right? Layer 1 and layer 2, and then layer 3, just simple. We have no issue between this link. Okay, this link, everything is no issue. But this guy, I leave it later, right? Because we need to create another VLAN in here. We're going to be assigned IP address in here. We're not sure yet about this interface. Okay, so we want to make sure we just handle this part first for today. All right, so now we have all the connectivity in here. Everything is up. Let's go back to the Google first in here because we want to use the BGP, right? So just basic in here BGP. Okay, so now we can just random, right? In the public AS number, we don't know what is the AS number, right? You can using the network looking glass, go to the layer find out ping 8.8, or you can see what is the IP address. So let me give you a quick demo in here. So for example, if we're looking for here, uh, Trojan looking glass, right? You see here, right? So in here, you see here, the Trojan looking glass, right? So this is, for example, if I want to know what is the Google the BGP in outside, internet, right? So you can just say, okay, so for example, I want to say BGP, and then from anywhere that you want 8.8.8.8, something like this. So go, and then let's see, give me the result. See in here, you see this is the result, right? So this is the find out what. See, this is the see this is the AS number. You see. So who's the origin is? See, this is the originate. Blah blah blah. So I just give you a demo. So we can using this Cogent network looking glass, so we can find out the product. Who sometimes like a big company, they have money, they can buy, they can register their own BGP AS number. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So say blah blah blah. See in here. Okay. I just let's go. Okay. Let's pick up from here. So we assume say okay. This is the Google. Uh, so we bring it in here. Okay. So now we go to the Google here. We're going to be say okay router. See here router BGP. In here we're going to put like copy and paste in here. So that is the AS number 15169. So we pretend that is see in here. You see. That is the Google. Okay. And then now, what is the peer, right? You see in here. So we're going to be neighbor. We don't have a network yet. So we don't have a network yet. So we're going to be neighbor. Okay. What is our neighbor? So 173.49.95.7, right? If I remember. Okay. So we're going to be remote AS. You see. Then what is the Verizon? So instead, like we don't know about Verizon, right? We just make up something. So okay, we make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Agree? So again, we just make up something. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the AS number owned by Verizon. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So we hit enter. All right. So far we have in here now. Okay. So now we click in here. We click go to Verizon router. So Verizon router, same thing. We have to go to router BGP. So the AS number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a neighbor to our Google, their Internet BGP router. So we're going to be say neighbor. What is the IP address? Oh, this is neighbor. It's a 173.49.95.8. And then what is the remote again? So we go back to here again. We copy this. This is the remote BGP where we are. Yep, here. Okay, you see. So now when we are in the Verizon router right now, so when we show IPBGP summary, you see here, right? So we have an active, right? It's waiting. You see. Now look at it. It's up. Beautiful. You see. Yep, you see, now everything I already explained to you. What is this meaning here? So I'm not explaining to you anymore. So this is just a demo quick, how to set up this company. Okay. So now we have a peer is open now. So go back to our Google here because we need to ask them to send the 8.8.8 into the BGP routing, right? So for example, in the BGP in Verizon here, when I show IP BGP, you see, when I show IP BGP, nothing, no table, you see, right? So now we go back to the Google again in here. So I'm still in the BGP configuration in here. So now we have to using the network command. We want to advertise for the 8.8.8 network, the loopback interface. All right. So we're going to be mask 255.255.255. So one I hit enter in here, right? It's going to automatic send it over to the Verizon. It's public, right? So now just to be verified, show IP in here BGP. Yep, you see I already advertise. And then if you want, you can advertise this network too, just in case, we don't have a return traffic like that. That's just fine. So we go back to BGP again. We're going to take that number again here. Okay, so in here, so we're going to advertise this network also. So the network is a 173.49.95.0. You see, and then we match 255.255.255.0. Hit enter. Okay, so now, okay, so we have a two network now in our table in the Google. You see, right? So and then we don't have a route map. This kind of policy is wide open now. Okay, so from the Google, everything send it over to our neighbor. So now if you go to Verizon here, now when you show IPBGP, it's going to be learn. You see, one network because this is the direct connect. You see, when you have a here because when you have a start here, everything is good. But when you have a R greater sign in here, because the reason is this is a direct connect, so they're not installed in the BGP routing table. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
So now, from the Verizon, I should be able to ping 8.8.8.8 network now. Beautiful. Look at that, right? Because I learned it from the BGP. See, when I show IP, so how can I learn? So when I show IP route 8.8.8.8, you see, it's telling you, see, I'm learning from the BGP. You see, okay, and then this is the neighbor send it to us. Okay, so far so good. So
Mm-hmm.
now when you go to show IPBGP summary in here, you see, and then we have a receive, you see, two prefix from our neighbor Google. Got it? So far so good now. So we're going to save it first, the configuration. We save it first. So now we go back to our internet router. Okay, so now, so we are ready now. We're going to be turn up, okay, our BGP section now with our Verizon, right? So first thing in here, so Verizon say, wait a second, because I need to configure the neighbor between to you. So I would say show run in here section, router BGP. Just for example, look at the configuration first. You see, this is the configuration, Verizon BGP router, Internet BGP router. Okay, but right now in here, we just only have a neighbor to Google. Okay, sometimes you're confusing in here. See, you can put a description. So for example, we missed the description. So we go back to config key again. So copy in here, this router here. You see, hit enter. We're going to be neighbor in here, right? So we're going to put the description. See, it's allow you to put the description. So this is the BGP. You say, okay, you want to put like this. This is go to the Google. Okay, so that we put now when you do show run again, do show run section router BGP. You see, now we have an extra extra line is telling you this is the description. Okay, so now same thing again in here. So from the Verizon, we need to make a BGP peer for the remote peer with our ABC company, right? So okay, so now they're going to be configuration neighbor is what is our neighbor? So 173 here. Okay, so we already give the IP address, hand it over by email to the ABC network engineer. This is that your pair IP. Okay, the pair IP in here because the Verizon we're using 7, right? And then here we should be using the 6, right? Let's verify. Yeah, we're using the 6 in here. So let's go back to Verizon. Oh, okay, so you're 6, neighbor 6, right? And then we're going to be remote AS number right, in here. So in this case in here, what is the BGP AS number, right? We assume ABC company, we have a lucky, we have successful, we can register in the ANI, something like that. We register, we purchase our AS number, right? For example, in here, our officer purchase, right? We register, say we want to start from 6, 7, like say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. This is belong to ABC. Okay. So when we advertise our internet to the public, when they see the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the originate the network, it should be from the ABC company. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is owned by ABC company because we already purchased. Okay, so that's we already register. That is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It belongs to ABC company. Okay, all right. So if you agree, so we hit enter. So now we go back to here. All right. Oh, wait a second. So we missed something again. Maybe that is the best practice. No, we have to put the neighbor, right? We put the neighbor and the description. No. So that yeah, we're going to be this description. This is a BGP pairing, BGP pairing to the customer, right? CE customer, CP and CE. We say CE customer. This is a ABC company. You see? Just give you an example. So now when in here, when you show IPBGP summary, so now we have waiting now. This is from the Verizon say, okay, I already set up my configuration BGP. I'm waiting for you on your side, right? So we are on the phone right now, right? We are on the phone. So we with Verizon network team. So let's go to our here ABC company, and then we go to here. We're going to say router BGP 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So we're going to be neighbor. Our neighbor is a 173.49.1.7. So what is our remote AS? Remote AS. Okay, if we go back to the Verizon again, what is the show run here section? Router BGP. What is the Verizon AS number? Okay, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not this one. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So we go back to here. This is our Verizon. Okay, so now we put the description again, same thing. Just to be easier, this is a BGP pair to our Verizon ISP. Enough. Okay, so now we exit out. When we show IPBGP summary in here. Okay, beautiful. See, it's up. And also we receive, you see, automatically. So our internet router right now. So we receive, you see, we receive, right? We receive show IP BGP. You see, we already because Google send 8.8.8 network advertise to the Verizon via the BGP dynamic routing. And once we have a peer the BGP with Verizon, same thing Verizon say, okay, I'm going to propagate because this is eBGP, right? It's going to propagate automatically propagate to our neighbor. So that's the ABC company. That's why ABC company we receive 8.8.8. You see, all here we're not doing the route map policy, those kind of filter yet. You can restrict, what prefix that you need to send or what prefix you need to be allowed to come into your router, like install on your router. So we skip on that one first. We just want the easy first, make sure everything okay, just for testing purpose in here. So far so good.
Mm-hmm.
You follow? Yeah. So now what's here? If can I think exactly from here, right? You see? Uh-oh. You see? Why? Because because Google, right? If you go back to the Google, you see the Google is, hey, when I show IPBGP, right? When I show IPBGP, I don't see any network for this network, right? Behind the Verizon this network. You see? That's why I don't have, say, I don't know the return traffic. Remember? I don't have the return traffic, right? So in this case, right? So who's going to be advertised? Either the Verizon or we advertise to Google. You see, normally say Verizon should be handle it for us, right? Okay, so go back to the Verizon in here. So say we go back to the Verizon BGP router here. Okay, we're going to be network. We want to be network advertised for this network to our neighbor. So for the return, so we 49.1.0 mass 255.255.255.0. You see here, this is 255.255. Okay, we advertise in here. You see, now we hit enter, right? So now, so this Verizon is going to be send this network to us and also to send this network to Google, right? So if we go back to our Delaware router here, watch here. If I show IPBGP again, you see, now I learn it again. You see, I have another network, right? But this is our direct connect. It should be okay, right? But then if I go back to the Google, so now I have a two prefix. I should have a three prefix now. If I show IPBGP again, you see I got three prefix. It's sent by Verizon to cover this network. So now in this case, you think it should be good enough from our ABC company to ping 8.8.8. You see, for example, see here 8.8.8.8. Beautiful. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So that is for the return traffic, Okay, so far so good.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, so this is the I think. Okay, so now we were so okay we refresh again. We have a Google router, right? So first thing we show IP interface. So tonight we just go straight forward. We configure the IP address, the one interface between the facing the Verizon, and then we have on purpose we create a loopback 8.8.8. Okay, just it's a well known, it's a DNS server for Google. It's a free service, right? And also in here we show run. You see, we show run section router BGP. Okay, so we configure on the Google router. So we pick up the 15169 that we look, maybe we pick from uh the code, the network looking glass, right? But we just we just randomly pick. I didn't look at close. If this is really owned by Google or not. But anyway, could be something else. Maybe it's not owned by Google. AS their AS number. It could be from something else. That's why you have to go back. Okay, so in here we now go back to the Cogent looking glass again. So we just give you this is the basic configuration what we just did, you know. So we advertise network here. This is the neighbor for this connect, and then we have a neighbor to the Verizon. So from the Verizon, same thing in here. We show IP interface brief, right? You see, we show IP interface brief. This is the interface between this side facing the ABC company. This is facing to the Google. So when we show again in this section, show router BGP, you see, and then we have the same thing again. We already configure all the BGP configuration in here. You see, we have blah 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 neighbor description, everything, the Google. You see, so you can review the video again, what we did, not the configuration. So in here, same thing again. We show IPBGP summary. Just make sure we have the neighbor. One is for the Google. One is for the ABC company. So we have okay. The status is up in here. So that is beautiful. All right. So and also we don't have nothing yet received from our ABC company. You see, that is fine. And then we go to our Wilmington. Okay, this is our ABC company internet router. Same thing again. Show every interface brief. We already quick, configure the interface. One is facing inside. One is facing to Verizon. Okay. So now in same thing again in here, we're going to show run again section router BGP. You see. Now we should have our AS number. So we pick 45678. We register. No, this is our business. No, we own it. ABC own this private BGP AS number. Okay, and then we have a neighbor to our Verizon. Yeah, we can tell from the description in here. So now we can show IP BGP summary. So we have a 3 prefix learning from our neighbor, right? So our neighbors are from Verizon. So Verizon, whatever learn everything from this area, because we still don't have a route map policy. So normally it should be carry over, propagate everything from the Verizon to us. So we only have, so Verizon have a 3 prefix and send it to us a 3 prefix in here. Same thing again in here. We can show IPBGP. So this is our BGP inside our table. And also we can show in here, show IP route, right? So when we show IP route, you can see the B. Remember, B is a BGP, okay? Okay. All right, so far so good in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's good then. So we finished for tonight. So and then next time we continue again. How we want to a demo from our inside our network, go out to the internet, and then we create the net statement. Same thing like last time that I showed you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think should be good for tonight. And let me see. Oh, that's yeah, because we didn't configure in here. I don't know if we still have enough time or not because this they will cut off again, our Zoom. I would say I think we should good for today, for tonight. So maybe next time we focus about this link, and then we're going to create a BGP, okay? And then we're going to be advertise. Do we need to advertise how we want to learn the default route? So far, so on like that. How we want to be performed that from our inside traffic can ping 8.8.8. Okay, so for example, so right now, if from our call suite in here, you see, just on purpose, right? Because we just only complete the turn up for tonight. So for example, tonight we just only complete phase one, like step one, phase one, just turn up the internet circuit between the Verizon, but we didn't turn up